Our next guest has a personal passion for conservation and saving endangered species. So Naomi has been a resident at Wesley Palms in San Diego since 2018, and she brings us a story of a unique project that has brought her love of conservation together with gardening friends. And I'm going to name them Jan, Ruth, Barbara, Pauline, Eva, and Seema. So Naomi, would you please tell us about this special project and how it came about?
We noticed a lot of butterflies around, and then I was talking with a couple of the residents here, and we thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice to have a butterfly garden? I am a volunteer at the zoo, and they have a butterfly garden there, and it's just lovely. And as I said, I'm not much of a gardener, but I do love butterflies. Everybody loves butterflies. And so I think it was Barbara Hammett found the website Monarch Watch, and it has all the information you could ever want about monarch butterflies and how to become a monarch waystation. The butterflies, there's over 90% of them, it's just in the last 20 years have disappeared. So we really need to do something to help those poor little butterflies. And our group is growing. I think there's 9 of us now. And we got permission from the landscaper here to have a butterfly, well, not exactly a garden, but the whole grounds will be a butterfly habitat. The way they plant Wesley Palms is all the plants all over the place have to kind of be the same sort of landscape. So we are going to have 35 acres of butterfly gardens. And we're really excited about that. Yeah, I'm very excited. I am mostly excited because just yesterday, I have one little plant, one little milkweed plant on my back patio, and yesterday a butterfly just wouldn't leave it alone. I was so excited to see it.
Can I carry on with butterflies? Yeah, I'm at Fredericka Manor, and I lived on a boat for 27 years before moving here, and had no really thought about gardening. And then one of the residents talked me into trying to grow a 300-pound pumpkin. And so I had a garden spot. And another resident told me I needed to plant milkweed because of the butterflies had some problems that are becoming endangered. I planted 2 plants last year. Within a month, I had 30 caterpillars crawling around on the plants. And so I started talking to other residents, and one of the residents here had some experience with the monarchs and told me about all their little predators, that the flies would lay eggs on them and it would kill them, and the wasp would sting them and that would kill them, and they had a very low survival rate. So I went online and learned about these safe houses, and I built an outdoor safe house that I used a fine mesh to enclose. It's a big box with a fine mesh, and it keeps the flies and the wasps away from the caterpillars, but it also gives them an outside environment to still develop in. I put 1 milkweed plant inside the safe house, and then I started transferring the caterpillars when they were about 1.5 inches long onto the milkweed in the safe house. Well, it turns out that worked pretty good, but I was getting them a little too late, and my survival rate was about 66, about 1/3 of them I was losing. And I guess they were getting infected by these flies and wasps before I could get them in the safe house. As time went on, I got better at it, and I started getting them in there when they were 1/2 inch and smaller, and my survival rate went up to about 90%. I released over 100 butterflies last year, and I have a nice clear plastic front door on my safe house, and the residents here started coming by and looking in my little safe house. It became a big hit, and then it's very popular here. People like to come by the safe house and check out my caterpillars and my chrysalises. This year I did it again, and I did another 100 this year. I've got probably 10 or 15 chrysalises over there, and when they're gone, I'll probably be done for this year. But the one thing I wanted to say is I open the door after the butterflies, come out of their little chrysalis. I open the front door and release them. Sometimes they just fly out. Sometimes I put my finger in there and they'll climb on it. And I'll let them out. And the most spectacular thing, my most exciting thing about this whole thing is watching a butterfly fly for the first 15 seconds of its butterfly life. They used to crawl at about 10 yards per hour, and now they're hauling, and they take off. But we have a building that's about 30 yards downwind, Timken Lodge, and then we got a couple trees on the other side of the butterfly house that's upwind. In the first 15 seconds of flight, the butterflies will go off my finger. They'll get caught in the wind. It'll start pushing them really hard over to the building. They don't want to go there. They know what a tree is already. And they start fighting the wind to get to that tree for about 5 seconds, and then they figure it out. All they got to do is spread their wings and glide. And in the first 15 seconds of flight, these guys master some very good techniques, and they always make it over to the trees. Just blows my mind. And that's how I'm going to end it right there. That's my favorite thing about this whole thing.